Playing in State of Origin is one of the most coveted achievements for any rugby league athlete. Origin is where we've seen greats like Lockyer, Johns and Lewis build their legacies. But what about the players you might have not known that have played State of Origin? The players whose Origin careers finished as quickly as they had started. Here is a list of the most memorable State of Origin one-game wonders. Jared Mullen. Recognised as Newcastle's replacement for Andrew Johns, Jared Mullen was thrown into the spotlight very quickly. Mullen had only played 9 games at halfback and a total of 31 across his career and was a shock pick. He was selected for Game 3 of the 2007 series which New South Wales lost. He would never be selected by the Blues again. Tony Butterfield and Darren Albert. Continuing with the Knights, the father of comedian Isaac Butterfield is Knights legend Tony Butterfield. The Knights veteran would earn a call-up for the 1998 series where the Blues would lose in heartbreaking fashion. Teammate and Knights cult hero Darren Albert would be called up the following year, with the Blues narrowly losing once again. Corey Norman and Ethan Lowe. Both men featured for the Maroons in the decider due to injuries in the squad but would ultimately fall short in a heartbreaking 26-20 loss at ANZ Stadium. Ethan Lowe's one game was actually impressive and was one of the better single game performances in Origin history. Lowe would have 85 metres from 14 runs, 5 tackle breaks, 1 offload and a game high 46 tackles. His charge down late in the game turned the game on its head. Scott Sattler. Well known for his famous grand final tackle on Todd Bryan in the 2003 grand final for Penrith, he would reach the pinnacle of his career by earning a Maroons jumper earlier that year. The lock forward came off the bench in a loss to the Blues but would never get picked again. Matt Ballon. Perhaps the most famous one-game wonder in Maroons history is Manly stalwart Matt Ballon. The hooker was a long-time deputy to future immortal Cameron Smith and was called into the side for the 2010 series opener when the Storm legend went down with injury. Ballon was part of a 28-24 victory before the return of Smith for the next 2 games saw him drop out of the lineup for him to never return. Jamie Buhrer. Another memorable one-game wonder for the Blues was former Manly utility Jamie Buhrer. After being selected on the bench to cover for starting number 9 Robbie Farah, Buhrer would manage just 7 minutes of game time and would never play again. The urban myth is that Buhrer only took the field because Farah needed to go to the bathroom. Terry Campisi. As New South Wales struggled to find their halves, Raiders 5'8" Terry Campisi would earn a one-off selection in the series opener in 2009. Unfortunately, injuries and form issues hampered the rest of Campisi's career in the NRL, ultimately moving to the Super League at the end of 2014. Hazem Masri. Bulldogs legend and fan favourite Hazem Masri would finally gain selection in the New South Wales side after a storied career at club level. Unfortunately, he was part of a losing side and was overlooked in 2008 and retired from rugby league at the end of the 2009 NRL season. Jamal Idris and Michael Gordon. Another cult hero who only managed 1 Origin appearance for the Blues was hulking centre Jamal Idris. He burst onto the scene and debuted in the 2010 series opener before being dumped from the side and never featuring again. Goal-kicking winger Michael Gordon also would debut in the final game of the series in a 23-18 loss. Dean Young and Keith Galloway. After making his test debut for the Kangaroos at the back end of 2010, Dragons premiership winner Dean Young forced his way into the New South Wales side for the 2011 opener. He would be replaced by hooker Michael Ennis for the remainder of the series. In the decider of the same series, Big Red Keith Galloway would come off the bench in the 34-24 loss to the Maroons. Nathan Merritt. An unfortunate Origin experience for Nathan Merritt is the only real lowlight in the career of South Sydney's try-scoring machine. After over a decade in the top grade and becoming a beloved figure for the Bunnies, his short stint in the New South Wales lineup was diabolical and he was never picked for rep football again, before hanging up his boots in 2014. Nathan Fien. The next one-game wonder for Queensland was utility Nathan Fien, whose form at club level for the Cowboys saw him force the selector's hand and earn a spot on the bench for Game 2. Fien would miss out selection for the decider, but his rep career would be revived in 2006 after a controversial selection for New Zealand, where he would go on to play 22 games for the Kiwis, including starting at halfback in the 2008 World Cup final win. Darius Louis. The final one-game wonder from the Sunshine State was Darius Louis, who came off the bench in the 34-10 loss to the Blues. The former Raiders prop was left out of the side for the decider, which the Maroons ended up winning in one of the biggest upsets in Origin history. An honourable mention goes to Aaron Raper, who was selected in Game 2 of the 1997 series, but spent the entire game sitting on the bench. If you want more on State of Origin one-game wonders, head over to Sporting News Australia. The link of the article will be in the description. That's all for this video. Like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more Sporting News Australia content.